Welcome to the RPG Blender, where we give lesser-played games or forgotten settings the roll of the dice they deserve. I'm your host, Game Master George, and on this bonus 5th Monday release, we are continuing our first installment of Grab Bag Gaming. The characters are made, and now it's time for our hopeful members of the Immaculate Order to begin their journey. So join us as we discover if this system is campaignable or one-shot glory in Grab Bag Gaming, Exalted 3rd Edition. Shores of the threshold spread from horizon to horizon, the ship sailing closer with every passing moment. The ship rides on smooth waves towards her destination, as if the spirits of the ocean know they are transporting the holy princes of creation to their task. Useless Sparrow rests on the bow, a ledger in one hand and pen in the other. Let's see. He pauses for an inordinate amount of time before continuing in his usual drawl. Once we arrive in Dathesk, we'll set up shop, I'll set up shop in the mayor's estate. Then we start hunting ourselves a Forsaken. Since it's been a few weeks, if he hasn't established himself a strong base and following, we can take the direct approach and apply our power directly against him. If he has a base of operations, then we'll need to take the indirect route, avoiding his strength until his support structure crumbles.
Let me just ask a question. How long have we known Useless Sparrow?
You've known him for actually a significant portion of your training. Okay. Because he is another part of Pluton of the Endless Stream.
Oof.
Retinue.
You can say just
No.
Yeah, we're on a first name basis.
No.
Oh, no.
Right, well,
The name's the thing.
You could have done this to yourself.
I'll remember that for future games, so I can make more long and obnoxious NPC names. Okay, cool.
So you've known Sparrow for probably as long as you've known Pluton and been in his retinue.
Okay, cool. Next question is, do we know what he means by when he cheekily says, "I'll set up operations"? Do we know what he means by that? Does that mean he's gonna lay down on the couch and eat some Cheetos, or does it mean
you could ask?
Okay, then first thing said in the game, Sparrow, what do you mean by you setting up operations?
Well, I got a little rapport here. I'm from this area, you know? So I know the mayor, I know the town.
Oh,
so
yeah?
I should be able to set up a good contact network for us.
Good job, Sparrow.
What was your place here? What was your position?
Yeah, pretty much worthless nobody.
So you're the connection here.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like much of a foothold to me.
Maybe he's being humble, and I put my arms on his shoulders and shake him a little.
Oh, thank you. We'll see what I can do, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll do my best.
Uh-huh.
That's all we ask of you. Yeah.
That's true.
At which point, Pluton comes up from behind them. There's no need to doubt Sparrow here. I'm sure that you're all well suited to this task. Sparrow himself has proven himself to be an expert at logistics. I'm sure he'll manage to maintain the same here, especially given his connection to this area.
Very well, if you say so.
If you're ready.
Yes.
Great. The ship approaches the shore. You see Dathesk rising on the horizon. And as you do, your mind flashes back to your final days in the realm. To your training.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I was like,
nice.
I'm flashing back to my death. Ah! Sorry, go on.
To your training session with Cathaxatod. Great marble pillars, numbering 16 in all, surround the atrium's earthen floor, forming a great circle. Straw mats ring the pillars, providing a spot to rest away from the dirt. Soft strings of essence roll over the mats, sweeping through the soft woven rushes to light the chamber with an almost ethereal glow. Here waits Cathaxatod. Come, the great mountain growls, his voice sounding like two boulders being ground together. Show me what you've learned. His grip on his Gormal tightens almost imperceptibly. His feet slides through the dirt, widening his stance and readying him against any foe. I am Forsaken. Now show me the power of the realm, students. Roll me join battle.
Uh-oh. What? Oh my god.
I will not take many of these. What?
Is this an ambush? No.
This is a training session.
Yeah, I know. We're looking for 10s, 7 to 10s, right? And 10s are special.
Correct.
Well, I rolled 4 10s.
What the?
And I rolled 1 7. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 was mine.
Wow.
I laughed at him and go, "You're not Forsaken," because I got 0, and I don't understand that we're in training.
Let's go ahead and unfold that center blanket.
Uh-oh. There's always a reveal. Always a goddamn reveal.
What, you think I engaged in the theatrics or something? So go ahead, take one for each of your points that you rolled. Plus 3.
He gave us a stack of poker chips.
Oh, I thought they were pogs.
And then put a pile of 4 in the middle. That represents Sitad's initiative.
Okay.
Dirham Broth.
Why do you guys sound like you're spitting out my name each time? Just say Dirham. Just Dirham. Okay, cool.
All right, student. First, you must weaken your opponent. You must get him to let down his guard.
Of course.
With a withering strike. So look at your withering strike for your weapon.
Cool.
We did all the math already.
I sure did.
Take that many dice.
Okay.
Roll it.
I pull out my sling.
You pull out your sling.
Pull out my sling, keep it at a nice distance from him. You know?
Cool. So the way that combat works...
I see he's about to correct me for choosing the
No,
sling.
no, that's fine. That is absolutely fine. The way that combat works
Yeah.
is you're going to launch withering strikes
Okay.
in order to damage their initiative.
Okay.
That causes them to go later, but it also causes you to gain the upper hand in the combat. Your goal is to amass initiative, which you can then use to launch a decisive attack, which is when you can actually deal damage to the other person.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna shoot for his eyeball. Training!
Shoot for his eyeball.
You blinded me! I'll never forget this! Alright, here we go.
I feel like it's sort of a strike.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's this guy we're training with look like?
Sounds like a mountain.
Yeah. He's a very large man. He is an earth dragon blood, so he is very hardy. He's very grizzled. He's seen a large number of wild hunts. Okay. And he is one who now, in his advanced years, many centuries, you can see the lines in his face.
How tall is this guy?
How tall is he? Not quite as tall as him.
Okay, cool.
This is not fair.
You succeeded by 2.
Cool.
Remember that. Now calculate your total damage. Add 2 plus your strength to your weapon's damage.
2 plus my strength to my weapon's damage. Oh, okay, cool. So my weapon's damage is 7.
Cool.
So 9, 10, 11, 12. 12.
12.
Yes.
What you need to do now is you need to roll your damage.
Okay.
Your damage is your dice minus his soak, which is 16.
So...
Minimum of 1. So you get to roll your 1 die of damage.
So I get 1 to try and hurt him.
Correct.
Hey! I got rolled a 9.
Cool. You rolled a 9. You gain 1 point of initiative, so take 1 from the tube, and take 1 from him. Actually, put 3 more on him because I forgot to have him do his 3.
Oh,
Doesn't matter.
You take 1 away, 3 more come!
It is now his turn.
He
turns to you. A good strike, but you must work harder to be able to scratch the Forsaken. If you think I am tough, I am nothing compared to them. Smiling Mountain, what can you do? Now, here is something that I neglected to say ahead of time. I apologize for this. Wouldn't have mattered because you rolled stupidly well.
Thank you.
This has stunting. Describe your abilities. Describe what you do, and you will get bonuses.
What is an area?
What is in area? 16 big pillars, mats around the bottom of it, little essence streams illuminating the area.
Are pillars like ancient artifacts?
They are like stone pillars.
But like,
are they revered, or is it like training ground?
If I knock one down on this guy, will everyone be like, I can't believe you broke one of the pillars?
No, but you might send the ceiling falling down.
These are load-bearing pillars.
It could be. How's your architecture?
Poor. I'm going to hit him with a pillar.
Okay. All right. Describe what you do.
All right. I go, and I go over to a pillar and I begin to push it toward him with my mighty muscles bulging. I'm trying to line up so that way ceiling lines up with him, so maybe something falls on him.
Okay.
Or just a pillar.
Cool.
It's fine.
So
Maybe
we'll
we
call
don't
that a
get to go
one.
back to
We'll call that a 1-dot stunt. Take 2 extra dice.
Okie dokie.
Because this is purely an act of strength. Roll your strength.
Strength in might. Yeah?
Yes, strength plus might plus the 2 dice from your stunt.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7.
Yeah, and these are crocked, but they're not near anything. So 7.
Lord. Okay. You go. You start pushing against the pillar. You feel it beginning to shift. You don't quite push the stone pillar over yet, but it is starting to give.
Oh.
At which point he says, "An interesting tactic, but a bit slow."
Oh no.
He dives at you.
It's fair.
Oh no.
I wish there was more than one of him.
Yeah. He swings his
Make it a little further.
He swings his gore maul at you, which is effectively a large hammer.
Probably not good, yeah.
No, I think that's probably terrible.
Or he's gonna roll like.
Yes!
You remember George's rolls.
He was very confused.
George didn't have to roll in paranoia, which is why he got to have bad things happen to you.
That's true. Excellent.
See, George says this,
All right.
but very first campaign, George killed me on first roll.
Yeah, that's true. He critted you into
All right.
oblivion. That's not good.
He rushes at you, swinging the gore maul. What do? You can stunt everything. Every single roll, everything you do.
I love that.
The more cinematic you make it, the better bonuses you will get.
Cool.
I say, "Oh, you wish to help," and I try and not block his thing with my hands, but pull it toward the pillar harder.
Okay, so you're attempting a parry, I'll say?
Yeah, I'm trying to catch and pull, but yeah.
Okay, I'll give you a 1 die stunt for that. So now,
Yeah.
this is a fixed value. This is not
Yes, parry.
a rolled thing. So add 1 to your parry
Yeah, it's 5.
instead of roll. No, you don't actually
You don't roll dice.
This is a fixed value. This
You
is
have
like your armor class for Dungeons and Dragons.
You have
So
a
I
parry
roll-
stat. So
You don't roll
it's a 5.
anything. You just have whatever your parry is plus 1.
5.
5. As he swings the hammer, you grip it and drive it into the pillar, which sinks the hammer quite deeply into it, almost knocking it over, actually, making it very loose at this point.
But he's not there anymore, so it's fairly irrelevant.
Good. Using your enemies' misjudgments against them.
You never should have started training me.
Now.
That's misjudgment.
Can your friend take advantage of the opening?
But of course. I don't really feel like swinging my sword at him is really a cool thing to do. It's probably a little more bloody than the sling, so...
I mean, he did just swing a giant head-sized hammer at your friend.
He did, but
It's not my head.
this guy's bigger than him. You know what I mean? I was kind of like, I'd swing something at him too if he was trying to push a pillar over me. Okay. Versus me, like, slicing his, like, hammies, and now this guy can't walk anymore. While this clear, excellent distraction is taking place, I'm going to go for a specific slingshot right to the off button. You know what I
Okay.
mean? The old back of the neck.
So does that mean you're going to go for a decisive attack, or are you still trying to build your initiative and weaken him?
Oh, I should probably weaken him. I mean, I see all these. That's not a... So I'm gonna sling again. While this whole spectacle happened, because I had that much more time of this guy throwing the thing in and him parrying it and locking the weapon in place, I'm taking advantage of really cranking up that sling so it's at like its fastest speed I could possibly.
I'll give you a die stunt, so
shoot
2
at him.
extra dice.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Of course,
Really nice.
his soak of 15, right?
Right,
Brings it on.
but you still get your 4 bonus dice to your damage roll. So what is your total for damage?
4 plus strength plus weapon damage. So 4 plus strength, which is 3, plus weapon damage, which is 7. So 14.
14. Ooh, so close.
Ah!
But you still get your 1 die.
Great.
Oh, you did. It's
Oh, wait.
seven,
Oh,
it's
7.
success.
7 does count. Oh, cool.
Nice. So take another one from the stockpile and 1 from him. You're holding back. That can get you killed. Or it can get your friend killed.
Mountain seems like he's holding up pretty well
As
to
he-
me.
He will then go for a swing on Mountain, because he is, I think, technically still above
Oh,
you,
he's
right?
still very
Yes.
above, yeah.
That's a good expression. That's a good expression.
Or George says,
All right, so hang on. So he says all that. He swings at you.
As he does that, and it begins to shake loose some of the pillar dust, I am going to take the marble dust and throw it into his face.
So this is another parry, I assume.
Sure.
Cool. I'll call that a die stunt. So that brings you to 5.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yes.
Attacker wins ties, but gets no bonuses to anything.
Okay.
Yes. What is your soak?
My soak is armor soak? Am I
Yes.
armor? Or am I
Yeah, you're armored.
Alright, then 6.
What?
6.
6. Cool. So from the 18 damage, so that is a lot.
It's not a little. It's a good amount.
Are all of these boxes our health down here?
Yep.
Okay. How many boxes are down there?
Just rolled 12 dice and got 2 successes.
Yes!
So give him your 2.
Oh, he gets 2 of mine.
Ooh.
Yes. This guy.
Erase, do that, and then give him 1 from the stockpile.
Oh no, he just got way more powerful.
Yes, he's doing good.
Okay.
Never hold back.
So now what do I do?
Got it! I grab him and slam him into the pillar, trying to slam him through. Thank you, Dieter.
Right.
Okay. So you're going for a brawl?
Yes, I'm trying to sandwich him between pillar falling down off ceiling into ground, effectively killing my teacher. No, I'm just trying to throw him through pillar. I assume that top will hang on top. I'm not an architect, though, so it's for them to worry about.
That's true.
Take your 2 dice.
You got it. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. So you succeed with a threshold of
Wait,
1.
no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7. So you succeed with a threshold of 2, which means you add 2 to your strength plus damage for your unarmed, which would be a light weapon, so equivalent to the cestus.
This is strength plus what? Huh?
What's your strength?
5,
What's the damage rating of your cestus?
7.
And what did you just get as a bonus? 2?
2.
So that's 9, 14.
Nice.
So
1.
you do 1.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Cool.
Take a chip.
All right, take a chip from both.
And we're back.
All right.
Man, I feel like as I'm seeing how this math is going, it's probably better to give it a shot at trying to actually injure this guy. So I'm gonna give that a shot because we haven't tried yet. So, and I got a whole bunch of chips. That's gotta mean something good.
Probably.
So let's go for it.
So, for that, what is your decisive blow dice?
4 plus 2. Okay. So then, seeing this move, because it clearly takes time, he grabs him and then with all of his weight into it. Once I see the impact and I see the recoil of him like getting himself out, I'm planning for seeing where his body's going to land for the shot to make impact as he goes there. So it's gravity working against him, me having the opportunity to get a surer strike with the sling direction.
Do you feel it's worth a 2?
I think so too.
Yeah, you do.
But I invested in it.
yeah, you do.
All right, so for a 2, you still get your 2 dice, but you get 1 automatic success.
Whoa. Okay, cool. So do I take 1 dice out? And
No. You still get to roll your full dice pool.
Okay.
You just get 1 additional to success to whatever you roll.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay, cool. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And what is your current initiative?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's the chips, right?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Cool. Roll that as a dice pool.
Oh, Jesus. You weren't kidding.
No, I wasn't. Also, for this one, the zeros don't explode.
Got it.
Because that would be...
Crazy?
I didn't know zeros did
Because
explode.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
when you get them, you get doubles.
You get doubles when you get zeros.
That's, you haven't been counting that?
No.
Oh, my God.
It's the first time playing a game with Rich.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
He slams into the pillar. He recoils back, and as he does, the stone cracks into the side of his head. Yes, it leaves a visible indent. You can see the blood begin to pour out the back.
Yeah!
Does he get how much damage? 9?
9.
Oof.
He's not wearing armor? Come on, man.
Feels bad.
He recoils from it. He turns to face you. Good. Finally showing what you can do.
Just listening.
Your initiative resets back to 3.
Oh, no.
Boop, boop, boop. But that was a good hit.
He goes, "Good. Do you feel ready?"
Yeah, sure. Yeah, these feel good.
As ready as we're going to be.
Good. You've impressed me. You're not yet chosen, yet you managed to deal a decisive blow. As such, I will assist you on your coming mission. If you have need of my resources or my retainers, simply put out the call and I will send them.
Thank you very much, sir.
Excellent. We appreciate it.
With skill like that, you may yet survive. Sitar sighs a heavy sigh, like when a mountain finally gives enough to let a cave collapse. Once there was a time when the realm was great, and the Scarlet Empress ruled for the people. Once the deliberative created rules for the realm and not for themselves. Then the 1,000 scales started appointing replacements to the deliberative. The upper chamber sat in continual turmoil over the allegations of lost eggs making it into halls of power. And that's what it's all became about. The halls of power. The realm began to rot on that day.
Yeah. What is the halls of power?
And we cut back to the modern day.
You can't agree and then ask the question. I mean, it's great character, but... And we return back to present day.
We return back to the present day.
Cool. I remember that day fondly, realizing just who I have watching my back. Cool.
The boat arrives at the harbor. Your righteous hunt arrives in Dathesk. The sleepy town's thatched huts, rustic roads, and well-tended fields are a testament to the people's work ethic and the quiet contributions to the realm's coffers. The city appears to be a peaceful place, one whose inhabitants look upon the visiting princes of creation with a mix of trepidation and awe. Useless Sparrow snorts once, spits, and says, "It's been so long since I was last here. Hard to believe there's some demon spawned Forsaken making this place a living hell, ain't it?"
Looks quite peaceful, if you ask me.
"That's because there isn't, Sparrow," answers a portly fellow, garbed in what meager accoutrements pass as ceremonial garb in the threshold. A large pendant displaying a wolf's head resting on his chest. He approaches you quickly, but keeps his eyes at a respectful level from Pluton of the Endless Stream.
I love the fluidity followed by the name that we've condemned George to keep referencing.
"Wild Hunt, welcome to Dathesk. I am Karaka Thurfas, Mayor of Dathesk. If you require anything, please let me know."
Thank you, Mayor. Karaka?
It's Karaka Thurfas.
Karaka Thurfas. Thank you. We'll try not to be too much of a burden while we get our job done.
Of course, I must admit I am confused about your job, but nonetheless I wish you the best.
Thank you.
Is there anything that I can do for you?
Unless we've already seen to it, perhaps point us to a direction for accommodations.
Oh, of course. You will, of course, be setting up in my own house. We'll allow you to have use of that while you engage in your activities here.
Thank you.
I go up and I literally, the way that people crouch down to look at puppies and stuff, I do that. Like, I just kind of hunch over like a gargoyle. And then I'm like, "Hello, you said that there is not. Explain."
Well, the Immaculate Order sent word you would be coming to liberate us from an anathema, that we were not to lose hope, but, there is no anathema enslaving us.
Maybe it just got here. Maybe it's subtle.
If you were under its control, would you truly know it?
I should hope that I would.
Me too.
And yet such powers exist.
So, it's just for us to look. Could be subtle, could be little, could be hiding, waiting.
Consider us a contingency in case such a thing occurs. And should we not find anything, all the better.
Well, of course, you are welcome to do what you must here. I would ask that you don't disturb the people, but, of course,
Smile.
we are at your disposal.
We'll do as much as we can. We are here to help.
Great. And then Sparrow chimes in. "All right, I'll I'll take you to the mayor's house. You can get this taken care of. All right. And Sparrow leads you away from the mayor, who begins to talk to Pluton of the Endless Stream.
I should have just kept it one name. One name would have been fine. But you gave us such flowery names, like Useless Sparrow and the Black Mask of Death or whatever, and Happy Mountain. You know,
does Wolf mean anything?
Does Wolf mean anything?
Yeah, you are knowledgeable about the weird symbols and stuff, like reading and exit signs.
Well, let me think on that for a moment. I would like to roll a skill.
Some sort of occultish type.
Yeah, sure. Why don't we try a cult?
All right. So you're coming at it from an occult angle, thinking that this is some kind of spirit, or...
Yeah, it's got to have some sort of
like the wolf head. What does a wolf head mean?
Representation for whatever the beliefs and whatnot were. That probably derived from an occult base.
Okay. So roll me your occult intelligence.
Ooh.
You didn't go for intelligence?
I'm not actually a smart guy.
Very witty.
I'm a researcher, you know. I learn the things, but I'm not just naturally a smart guy. So that's one.
There are many things that it could be. I mean, it could just be a spirit of the forest or something like that. The worship of which is technically forbidden.
Oh.
But this far out in the threshold, I mean, not like anybody's really checking up on it most of the time.
It's quite enough town that their beliefs can be their own and nobody's going to really freak out about it.
Right. And I mean, but you're also not sure. I mean, this is a very small town, so you don't really know.
It could be many things. It could be an old worship. It could be just a symbol representation of the power of the wolf itself.
Yeah, if I'm remembering right, I think it's a symbol of the old god here.
Yeah.
Wolf spirit, wolf's horn, or something like that.
So something that could be easily used to worm your way in if you want a form of corruption. You should look for more of this, I say. And I continue.
Pretty sure he's been dead for a while, but hey, whatever.
Exactly. He was left a vacuum, yeah? He's like old ogre warlord, big helmet. He dies. Long time ogres mourn, sometimes puts on helmet. Ogres not mourn, they fight.
Right. Pretending to be.
Yeah, or fulfilling place.
Well, it's worthwhile to see if anybody else has that kind of
exactly, especially since we're here. We are here, and knowing that this is not something that's exactly sought after, you would think you would hide such a thing. But to wear it with pride, and if more people wear it with pride except for the mayor, could mean something.
True.
Okay.
I hope they have lots of food.
You make your way to the municipal building, where the mayor lives, where everything is done, and you begin to set up shop. Unfolding maps, whatnot. What are you doing?
Settling in, unpacking my bags, taking out my journal and just making notes of everything that we've gone through so far, including names of people and whatnot that I can reference because Craig will forget them. But if it's in a book somewhere in make-believe writing, I'll always have it. So I can always ask George. So I write down all the things I've learned so far. And then I take a look around the mayor's house because we're allowed in here. So
okay, I'm
familiarizing myself with the environment. What are you doing?
I'm looking for more dogs and stuff. I'm looking for people. Does the mayor have children?
Yeah.
He's looking for dogs and stuff.
No, I mean like, wolf.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Okay. So from you, I'm going to want an intelligence plus bureaucracy roll as you're setting up your thing here.
Man, I really screwed the pooch on my stats. Plus bureaucracy.
But, however, you went very much into the description, so I'll give you the 2 die stunt. And you can do your investigation.
I want to talk to people.
I was going to say, could I negotiate investigation for this? Because I'm, looking into my surroundings. I'm familiarizing myself with the place. I'm looking for, how the code goes.
Sure.
How much time is this time? An hour, 2 hours, 3 hours?
We'll say you're probably spending about an hour or two.
Whatever this is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then I throw my bag and my 2 beds I push together.
And add 1 success because of the because you beat Kathak. Satad.
I look I look for people around town need help. Oh, you have carts, you're moving things, you're moving heavy stuff. I try to interact with people and see how they are. Obviously, I'm big, so I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm one of you. But I am trying to see, like, if they're using words like, oh, thank this person, or, oh, be careful, don't be at a night, blah, blah, blah. I'm just ingratiating self.
Okay, cool. So how many successes did you get?
3.
3?
Including
the 2 bonus successes.
You got it.
You got 1 success,
I got 110.
which is 2 successes.
Right.
And then you got 2 bonus successes, 1 from your stun and 1 from...
4.
Oh, so then 4. Sorry, my
I was about to
apologies.
say, how the hell did you miss that?
That's bad. It was bad roll regardless,
Okay, cool.
but yeah.
So you're setting that up. Meanwhile, you're out helping the people. As you're going around, give me an investigation roll. Wits investigation.
Wits investigation. So is it just investigation? Because I'm again just trying to be nice and hoping things fall in my lap. But that's... I'm trying.
You can't hurt by adding in your wits.
All right, you got it. 2.
Nice.
Wow. Really? How many dice did you roll?
2.
2. You rolled 2.
100%.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay.
One might say the best roll he could have gotten.
You make your way around. As you're going around the town, you don't see anybody with wolves or wolf icons of any kind. You do find some people that are struggling, like moving
them anyway.
things around, and you help them out. It's very nice for you, very nice for them. You've begun ingratiating yourself to the people, basically. They make some very nice conversation. And eventually you make your way back to town and back to the municipal building where you find that Dirham Braff has successfully set up your forward base here. You find the maps around. You find your notebooks scattered all over the place from your...
Yeah, they're very nice people here. Did you know that they have a good harvest this year? They have a lot of good bread. I like the light breads more than I like other breads. And Baker Bertram is much better than Baker Smithing.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that one, but...
It's okay, Sparrow. You could be wrong.
That's why I like you.
I'm glad to hear that your belly's full.
Anyway, Brent,
I did not
looks
say
like
full.
you did a good job here setting this up.
I agree.
I made contact with some of my people around here, so we should be able to get some assistance if we need it.
Okay.
All right. So just a little bit of something for us.
All right. Should the time come when that's needed, we'll be certain to pay in on it.
Yep, when we need the manpower.
Right. In the meantime, I guess we should decide on what our first step is for this investigation.
Right.
How was maybe we could see how food supply has been. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what would make me not want to. It does not make sense for us to think there's an Athenema here, but then there is no Athenema here. But this place is very prosperous, so maybe it is prosperous because of Athenema. And they do not want to get rid of Athenema.
True.
As you start beginning to think about the logistics here, the area, your mind travels back again to your briefing back before you came here. The Office of Harmony is a rather odd-looking place. Her statues depicting the pre-enlightened forms of the Immaculate Dragon stand in sharp contrast to the world around her. The serene beauty of the Blessed Isle is abruptly disrupted by the Shrine to Enlightenment. The shrine's paint has begun to peel, but the monks pace the courtyard with the same vigilance as they have since the realm's founding. "See that?" Cetard begins with a grumble as he wanders through the office's halls with you all. "The paint's not the only thing suffering. The weeds are growing. The plaster on the walls is cracking. And it's all in time with the realm's coffers emptying. And the great irony is that, as nature overgrows the shrine, as the realm forgets about all of us, the shrine looks more harmonized with the Isle's essence than ever." Then Sparrow clears his throat. "Okay, well, you're here for your official briefing, but it's all stuff you know, so let's just hurry on through it and see if we can't get them to give us a bit more of a budget than this, eh?"
Sounds good.
Great.
New man we are meeting.
Sparrow, you know Sparrow. You've known Sparrow for a while.
Oh, I thought this is when we first met.
No. We've been training with him.
This is your briefing as
before we're going on this mission.
So you make your way to the briefing room. And computer descends from the ceiling.
Hello.
The doors open, and you are escorted in, along with Pluton of the Endless Stream, into the room with some of the more higher up Immaculate Monks. Hello, young eggs. One of them steps forward. It is a female, air-aspected dragon blood. Are you ready for your first mission?
Yes.
Very well. We have a very important hunt for you. A Forsaken, one of the very worst, the pure murderers of those demons, has been seen in the town of Dathesk. Unfortunately, we were not able to be aware of its coming, so we weren't able to get it at its moment of rebirth. But we need you now to go out there, to find it, to disrupt its hold over the land, and to undo anything that it might have done to the poor people of this town. Then you are to eliminate or to capture it. Do you understand?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you have any questions?
Should we eliminate it? Won't it have the opportunity to be rebirthed again?
It will, but it will take time for it to find a suitable host. Which is why we prefer to capture it.
Of course.
To keep.
No, so that we can dispose of it in a more structured manner when we can attempt to capture the essence as well.
So it cannot come back.
Correct.
Like in prison.
Yes.
Will there be any signs that we could look into that might hint to the creature?
Look for the things that are out of place. If this creature has entrenched itself in this town, you should find something that is amiss. Something that doesn't fit. Someone who seems out of place. Something that can point you in his direction. The town itself is fairly unremarkable, so I can't imagine that it would be very hard to find something out of place there. Do you have any other questions?
Can be anything?
Could it even be an animal?
No. We do not believe that this is one of the skinwalkers. This should be one of the demons themselves, reborn.
Will look like a person.
It should look like a person. Well, it may be a person. It may have some unnatural features, but its base should be human.
But it could just look like a person.
It could just look like a person.
Any age, any type.
Any age. There is no telling what is going to draw one of these demons to a host.
So is anything. They have to look for something is out of place.
Yes.
Is there anything it does not like? You've encountered this one before, does it not?
I do not know if I've encountered this specific one before. There are many of these, and the Forsaken is just one of the 5 types.
So there's no sounds or smells or anything?
Unfortunately not. The demons tend more toward domination and brutality.
Is there any way to break the hold that demon may or may not have on other people?
Once it is disposed of, or kept from these people long enough, its hold should weaken. Otherwise, you will simply want to undermine its support structures.
Very well. I do not have anything else. What about you, Mountain?
Are they clever enough to gain strength before enacting brutality?
They can be. It very much depends on the specific demon. And unfortunately, we do not know which this is. Only that it is one of the Forsaken.
Well, we didn't want an easy job.
No, what good would that be, being strong for easy jobs?
Is there anything else?
No.
Very well. Then the ship will be leaving tomorrow. I invite you to get a good night's rest, for you have a long journey ahead of you.
Thank you for this. And I look at her, and then I look at all of them, and then I kneel and then bow, because it's the only way I can get underneath of everybody.
Excellent. Actually, as you look around, a couple of them are bigger than you.
But not all of them.
No.
And I bow as well.
Great. You make your way out of the chamber, and Useless Sparrow comes to you. Alright, so Didn't learn much of anything, but that's okay. We'll guess what we need. Come with me, we'll talk to some people, see if we can get ourselves a little extra help on this. Forsaken's no kind of easy job.
Does not sound it. I learned a lot. I didn't know any of those things going in there.
Well, Sparrow, let's see what you're thinking.
All right, great. So we're going to need to do a little schmoozing here.
Uh-huh.
You got some, I assume you got some skills in that. Some ability to interact with the higher life?
That's not me.
I mean, I'm probably nothing compared to you, Sparrow. I say, trying to to charm him, to use him as my charm weapon.
Okay,
the proverbial sword, if you will. So what do I do for this?
That
would be manipulate presence.
Can I use charisma by any chance?
Pretty sure that was straight up manipulation.
Shit, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're right.
I would say I was very charismatic in my process. A weapon, nothing. Maybe one. Yeah, one.
You want to blow him a kiss while you're at it?
He winces a little bit.
Right. Relax, man.
We'll talk a little bit on the way to town. In the meantime, however, we should be able to do it just as well with greasing palms or just not doing that.
I am nice. And he is so good fighter, I say, grabbing your shoulders and shaking you a little.
Thank you, Mountain. Thank you.
Okay. He leads you to basically the heart of the government here, this governmental organization. Anybody that you could run into is here, basically. Mm-hmm. So, who would you look for in such a situation to help you on this?
I would look for one of my multiple contacts that I have.
Okay. What kind of network is your contact?
Probably researchers, scholars, adventurers.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you look around, you do actually see one of your contacts, a member of your Explorers Guild.
Cool.
You see him talking in the corner to what looks like a very well-dressed individual. You can't see any signs of dragon-blooded, but he's dressed very well, so he's likely that he has some power. Meanwhile, your friend is there talking to him.
Oh, no. Okay, so now I gotta go talk. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. I'll go check into one of my leads, see what I can do.
All right.
And I head on over to them. Do they look like it's like conversational? Is it serious?
It's conversational. Nothing terribly serious.
So for me to nonchalantly say something while approaching would not be like off-putting.
Nope.
Okay, cool. I'll approach and say, and I'll say while I'm walking up to my contact, "Well, look who pulled himself out of the libraries for once in his life. Good to see you, Lucas."
Lucas turns as you approach. "Dear Brat, good to see you."
"Good to be seen. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. And your friend, pleasure to meet you. Name's Dirham."
The rather well-dressed person looks you up and down. What is your appearance rating?
2.
Cool. Give me a charisma socialize with a -1.
Okay, very well. There goes all the rolls. So that's a 1.
Well, I wish I could say that it was a pleasure to meet you, but I'm sure the pleasure is all yours.
Well, of course. Yeah.
Did you follow him, by the way?
No, he said I'm gonna go take care of some business, or I would. So I was like, you go ahead.
Are you doing anything while this is going on?
Oh, yeah, of course I do things while this goes on.
Anything that's worth?
Yeah, I'm going to go see. Let's see. I'm about to go on Wild Hunt. Wild Hunt. Is there any governors who own that particular region or anything?
Yes. Yes. You're just looking for somebody that you recognize as being
someone who holds power over that region. Yeah.
Okay. So you can roll intelligence bureaucracy to try to remember who that is, or you can ask Sparrow.
But who here is a governor or council person of that kind of region?
Oh, I think that'd be, that guy over there. He points to a very, loosely dressed, person in, up against the wall. When I say loosely dressed, what I mean is, much lighter clothing than you would expect. Like they're from a colder climate, and this more southern, warmer weather is strange to them. That'd probably be the right person for you to talk to.
Thank you, Sparrow.
Okay.
You're a good man.
Making your way over to him, and then back to you.
Let's see. So this guy.
Is there a reason that you have chosen to break up this riveting conversation?
I punch him. No.
And the adventure ends in the past.
Right, exactly. Not breaking up conversation, just adding a little spice of life to it. I'm about to be moving out on a mission of my own. Actually, I just wanted to let my buddy Lucas here know I'll be out of town for a little bit.
Oh, well, I must say it will be such a shame to... Oh, shut up, sir. Lucas, how could you speak to me like that? Oh, you know that you're just playing it up here. All right. Where you going, Dirham?
Heading out to Dathusk. Yeah.
Oh, are you? Well, you should be able to help him out with that, with a little bit there, shouldn't you? Well, I don't know. For you, Lucas, maybe I could scrounge something up.
What about for, shit, I forgot his name. What about for Plutus of the Endless Stream?
Pluton of the
Endless Stream. I said Plutus.
The person you named.
Plutus. What about for Pluton of the Endless Stream? I say, as cool, calm, and collected as I possibly could, fucking up my own name.
Maybe something could be arranged. Go ahead and give me... What do you think I'm going to say?
I think I know what you're going to say, but I'm not going to prompt you.
Charisma bureaucracy.
Oh, okay. That's better than I thought.
Now, while he's rolling that, back over to you. You approach the gentleman leaning up against the wall.
Hello, very warm man.
Hello, very not warm man.
Huh? Not at all. Smiling Mountain, nice to meet.
I'm sure it is. What brings you here today?
I'm going to a region I believe you're familiar with and wanted to know if you could regale me with some of the people's customs, things that I could expect, so I would know what I should be looking for if I encounter the unexpected.
And what region would that be?
Battle, where are we going?
Battle, where are we going? Well, now it's Arnold territory.
Yeah. No, you see nothing to
Easy.
Going to Dathusk.
I turn back to this guy.
Dathusk. Interesting. You're looking for a little information on Dathusk.
Specifically where normal people live.
Okay.
Just tell me stories. I'm looking for a particular bad thing. Make sure I take it out of that region.
Charisma investigation.
Okie dokie.
Unless you can sell me on a different ability. What did you get?
3.
Oh.
All right. Well,
have a good
I suppose I can use some of my reach to give you some easier travel, maybe some finances, some financial benefits, or some human resources. I'll make sure that your contacts are able to reach there for sure and get them the supply they need.
That would be very much appreciated. I'm sure the Black Dragon Blood would appreciate it too.
Of course. Lucas, you owe me. Yeah, you know that I don't. We go back to...
I pat Lucas on the back.
And we go back to you. And what did you get?
No success.
No success. He begins to go into a very long and boring tale about...
I'm going to stop you. I am not listening anymore. So let's try and make it easier for both of us, yeah? I'm decent socialized, and my presence is excellent. I'm just not... I'm not probably the person who should be listening to this, if we're being honest.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure you're going to fit in just fine up at Dathusk, then, eh? Just, keep an eye out on the animals,
What's wrong with animals?
Tasty.
Oh, they are probably tasty. do the animals find people tasty?
Maybe if you go in the woods. Maybe don't go in the woods.
What kind of people? Just farmers and stuff?
It's a farming village. There's nothing terribly unusual about them. They got a quiet life up there. Nothing too fancy.
No fanciness. Yeah, this is probably as much as I need to know. You have been of great help. I thank you.
Of course. Look forward to talking to you when you come back.
You as well. Do you want to shake hands or a hug?
Hands seem fine to me.
Sounds good.
And then we return to the modern day with your new information in hand.
I'd like to point out that I'm 17-year-old boy.
Yeah, you are. Who are you?
Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to our show. New episodes of our main campaign will be coming every first and third Monday of the month, but every fifth you'll get another special adventure. There's more to hear though, so stick around for the rest of this week's mission. If you want to stay up to date on our releases, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at RPG Blender, or subscribe on your podcast app of choice. If you prefer to listen to your audio content in video form, you can find us on YouTube at The RPG Blender, along with more video content. If you would like to support us, giving us a share or an honest review on iTunes is a great help to a new channel. We do have a Patreon if you feel especially generous, but the best way to support really is to help us get in more ears. Music is The Punk Rock Show by My Free Mickey, copyright 2012, licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution license. Thank you again, and remember, there's gaming outside the Forgotten Realms. Not breaking out the Tetsubo, huh?
He's not made of acid. I only use Tetsuba for things that are on fire or spiky.
Things that might hurt.
Yeah. I just don't want to touch. But this guy, I have no problem touch.
He's training.